Good morning, soccer fans, and welcome to Stoppage Time. Joining me is my co-host Ed. Good morning, Ed.
Morning, William. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Ready to talk some European football and anything else you want, sir.
So we're at the international break. I'm sure those of you watching are aware of that. So it's going to be a little bit of a late show, I guess, today. Um, but a lot to talk about otherwise. I mean, World Cup qualifiers, we weren't really get into that. I know last time Um, we didn't really talk last week too much about that. We talked a little bit about it, but we didn't really get into depth. So we're going to go into that. MLS. I mean, there's a lot to talk about MLS. Obviously, MLS hasn't stopped, so we'll be diving into that a little bit, and just headlines and things like that. That's right. It's going on right now. So, but yeah. I guess I guess we can start with these World Cup qualifiers, and then we'll get into headlines. I guess the big news, Ed. I saw France defeated Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0, and that was yesterday.
Yes.
Kylian Mbappe got a goal. But however, he limped off the field late in the match. He has an ankle injury, and I guess he's going to be not playing against Iceland on Monday. So, and has returned to Real Madrid. What do you make of that? That's
he's
that's pretty.
he's had a rough start to the campaign. He's been injured a lot. It's your point that you've been making for 2 years now, is that this is a lot of soccer for them to be playing.
Yes.
And him getting injured, and luckily they have Iceland, which is not going to be a terribly dominant team. But Iceland, Iceland's come a long way with their football program in their country, so he's going to be messed. But again, France has an embarrassment of riches. They have so much talent in France. That's why they're always a perennial cup favor. But I mean, it's an issue for Real Madrid because they want to contend in UEFA as well as their own nation. So
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, do you think he's going to not miss any considerable amount of time? I mean, like I said, he's not playing. He's not playing Monday, so I don't know.
I think he'll be all right because he'll be ready for Real on next Saturday. I saw it. I watched a considerable part of the first half, and France. I mean, Azerbaijan had I think they had 6 in the back at one point, but he'll be fine. It didn't look like there's any damage. It looked like a turned ankle. So.
Well, they got him off probably because obviously, one, they were up 3-0, and two, get him out of there before he injures it more, and then it's a real issue. So,
yep.
But yeah, so I'm just looking to see. And there's really not a lot of headlines. I mean, obviously, there's
not right now.
There's I mean, we've got like I said, it's going to be a little light show, I think, today. Germany beat I think they beat Luxembourg. I think it wasn't it?
5-0.
Is it 4-0? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a I mean, Germany's tough. I mean, they're another tough team. So Northern Ireland beat Slovakia 2-0 as well. So
great win for Northern Ireland, my hometown.
Yeah.
And then country.
Right. And then when you look at it, how about Ukraine? They beat Iceland 5-3. That was a very entertaining match. By the way,
8 goals in the game. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's a game I want to enjoy. It's hard to find some of these on TV, folks, but if you do, they're good. They're a good watch.
Well, I have Fubo. I have the extended sports package that I bought years ago, and they're like, yeah, if you drop it, you're grandfathered in. We don't offer this anymore. But all these games, I can get all these games. I was looking at my World Cup qualifier list last night, and it's just or yesterday, and there was there was 15 games in there. I was like, wow, so I don't miss any of them. But yeah, I mean,
And this is also a time the U.S. is kind of, they don't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
Nor does Canada, nor does Mexico. So I don't think they're scheduling games that are terribly challenging.
Right.
Mainly because they don't.
Um, yeah, and we'll get into that. I want to talk about the 1-1 draw against last night against Ecuador. We'll get into that. Switzerland beat Sweden 2-0. Belgium was held to a draw 0-0 by North Macedonia. So
Which is ridiculous because they're so small in Belgium.
right.
This is the era of, what are they? The golden era of Belgian football. So
Well, I've been to Macedonia. I know it's a very small country,
yeah, I
and
mean,
it's yeah. So, um, and there was a couple other. I think it was Kosovo. I forget who Kosovo played.
they
They
drew
played
with
some.
Slovenia 0-0.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
I think you hit all of them. I mean,
yeah.
you didn't talk about Kazakhstan, Liechtenstein, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. You talk about it.
4-0 Kazakhstan.
Wow.
So yeah, Liechtenstein's
Good.
not very good. So they're very low in the FIFA rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Haiti? How about Haiti sitting at the top of their table? I got a buddy who's Haitian, who's he was a soccer player down there in Haiti, and we talk all the time. But how about that? Him and I were messaging back and forth Thursday night. It was like, wow, they're sitting at the top of their table, and it helped too that Honduras and Costa Rica later that night drew. So Haiti's sitting at the top of their table in that one. So a little bit of a surprise. I mean, they have a good team.
They're competitive. It's just that's the kind of country that's just it's in shambles.
Right.
The country itself, but luckily they're able to field a fairly competitive football team.
You're right. And it's pretty amazing what they're doing. So, but all right. Yeah, let's get into this USA and Ecuador. I know you watched the match. I did not. What did you get? What did you make out of that? I mean, they're pushed around a little bit in that match, I thought.
They were. I mean, we do have lots of talent. There's no doubt about that. We have lots and lots of talent. We're still trying to figure out our keeper issue, but we have lots of talent. There's just it's not it's just blah. Like, he's not inspiring. Pochettino, and everybody knows he's leaving right after the Cup. So he's not really taking advantage of what the United States has. Strong defense, big defenders, led by Chris Richards. I mean, these are big guys, but they let themselves get pushed off the ball way too easy. They really, truly do.
Yeah.
And Ecuador is not very they're not a good team.
Right.
And then to become 1-0. And then, it was a late Fallon Balogun. It was a late goal, and he didn't bring the Europeans on until 68th minute.
Yeah.
He brought on the Europeans. So
yeah, it was what, the 71st minute, I think.
Yeah.
And
up to that point, it's just blah. They don't use their advantage. This is a team that is gifted with speed and size. They need to get. I mean, they had great possession, but who cares?
Right.
You have to take advantage of this team. I mean, Pulisic was in there for a half hour. He didn't get anything done.
Yeah.
You brought Diego Luna, who was doing great. You brought him in the 70th minute. I mean, maybe you're giving these guys a break, but I was not inspired, really, truly.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see them. I want to see them open up. I want to see them show their speed. They have tons of speed, and they're just not joking.
You had like Lexi Lawless calling for Pochettino to leave now, and like I kind of get his point, but it's just like because I do understand what he means by that. He's like basically like, hey, listen, this guy probably shouldn't have taken this job from the get-go.
Right.
But they hired him, knowing that he was going to leave right after this. I mean, it's not so like, I hate to say like, why does he care? But it's not a. This is like a stepping stone for him. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's like, oh man, I got this, and I want to hold on to this, and I hope to be there in 2026, 2030. No, like this is just this is a stepping stone.
Well, they made a mistake by not hiring a Canadian manager. That was their mistake because he's dedicated and he plays a great brand of football. He really does.
Yeah.
maybe they can sucker him for 2030, get him out of Canada, and maybe he can come in and give the life that the U.S. national team needs. But I mean, something has to happen because last night was just completely uninspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, they just looked like a soft team,
Right.
that's going nowhere. And this team is low. This is the most talent we've ever had in our country since I can remember.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, I
they
agree. It's.
keep
I
running if
mean,
they
how?
need.
Yeah. I mean, how it's like. I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree. This is the most talent we've seen. I mean, like even like the '94 team was talented, but they just had more. I don't know. They just had more will, and they just But they didn't. I don't know necessarily they had the talent that we have right now, but I don't know. Other international friendlies. I know Brazil 5-0 winners over South Korea. Australia 1-0 winner over Canada. Argentina 1-0 over Venezuela, and then
Yeah.
USA and Ecuador tying are going to a 1-1 draw. So, but
And we
yeah,
have Australia next. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean Australia not too much. Not I don't know. They're not that. I was surprised Canada lost to them. These are friendlies, though. I mean, it's
yeah,
So
I think in Canada they're still missing. I don't. Is Davies back or not? I don't know. Their Bayern Munich guy. I'm not sure if he's back or not. So
I don't think he is back. No, he is not back. I don't
yeah.
think he played in that game.
Yeah.
So,
And then
but
today in your qualifiers, there's nothing really. I mean, I was trying to find something: Latvia, Andorra, Hungary, Armenia, Norway, Israel, Bulgaria, Turkey, Estonia, Italy, Portugal, Republic of Ireland. Yeah, not really. Ireland has a draw and a loss. Portugal's 2-0. I mean,
Portugal, I think is gonna roll them. I think.
yeah, I was gonna say it's always fun to watch Portugal play. And then
Yeah.
Serbia, Albania, no. Spain, Georgia, no. So yeah,
Yeah.
nothing too sexy today.
Right. Um. All right. Let's before we talk MLS, let's talk a little. I don't know. Let's talk a little NWSL. Last night, Louisville and Chicago one draw. Orlando and Portland. Orlando a 1-0 winner over Portland. I watched this game actually late last night. Seattle and Bay FC. That was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Kansas City? I mean that is like the talk of the NWSL right now. I mean they are
There's
literally 34 points. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean they're at 59. The next team is Washington at 43.
Yeah.
Pretty unbelievable.
It is, especially for relatively new squad.
Yeah.
Right. So it's impressive what they're doing. I mean,
Right.
Washington. I mean, the top three are going to be tough. They're going to be the favorites going into the NWSL Cup.
Yeah.
As well they should be. I mean, it looks like a little bit of better form for the league. I still think Europe is just pumping so much money into theirs.
Right.
That,
Well, I know that NWSL is going to expand. They've got some expansion teams coming in. So
yeah, they're
so
going to make some money, but
yeah,
I would just. It's small right now. What are they sitting at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 16 teams. So, I mean, honestly, you don't really need more than 20. I mean, we've got the MLS is just growing so fast.
yeah.
So I try to keep it down a little bit because you want to get talent, especially over here. If you're not paying like the super clubs in Europe, why expand? Because you're just getting low level talent.
Yeah, exactly. Do we want to talk any EPL at all? I mean, do we want to talk standings at all? I mean, I know we don't have. Do we?
I mean, if I were an Arsenal fan, I would want to talk standings, wouldn't you?
Well, that's kind of why I brought it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was great to see Liverpool lose. It really was to Chelsea.
Yeah, wasn't that shocking?
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool's got a couple issues here and there,
Yeah.
But your club is in first place by Uno point. Now they just have to keep winning. No more draws.
Yeah.
And they'll be good. I mean, the top, you look at it, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham. Bournemouth's still up there. I don't know how long that's going to last with City nipping at their heels with 13 points. Palace is right there. Chelsea's right there. Man U's at 10. It's getting closer now.
Right.
It's 2-game spread from Arsenal to Manchester United, only 6-point difference. So maybe the league is going to be a little bit more competitive and a little bit more open, this year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to see them at on top. Right now, just a point above Liverpool.
Yeah,
I
it
want to see
helps it.
Liverpool lose more. I mean, honestly, but
Yeah.
So, but it's nice to see. I mean, the West Ham win that was nice. The 2-0 win.
Yeah.
In I know they had the Champions League before that. Arsenal and Olympiacos. So
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a good year for Arsenal. This is it, man.
I would hope it's going to be a good year. With everything,
you got the lead. Well, let's go, Arsenal.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. I mean, well, that's happened before, though. I mean, when Man City was dominating, how many times did you have lead changes? But they lost it late in the season. What was 2 years ago? They were ahead by like 4 points, and last month of the season, they drew, they lost, and they found themselves in third place. And then they went to second, and then that was it. They couldn't recover from that. So I mean, it's just it's still early in the season. My God, we're so. But what about your club? Talk a little bit about your club. I know that one of the headlines was that they need to give the manager. I know the owner said that they need to give the manager a little more time. He needs at least 3 years to.
God.
Yeah. So talk about that. I want to hear your take on that.
Well, they certainly have not failed to spend money. It's just I don't know that he has necessarily I don't know what his vision is. I mean, I have to go back and look what he did in Portugal because he was pretty dominant there. But first of all, you have to figure out what kind of team you are. I mean, what do you want to be? Because they have the willingness to spend money. I just don't think that they're spending it, adequately and on the correct resources. Really, is what it is. I mean, I hope they do better. They have wins here and there, but I don't have high hopes, unfortunately. I mean, I thought bringing in Sir James Radcliffe would have done something because he's a Manchester guy, but it really hasn't done squat. I mean, it's been no different since the Glazers, So hopefully they're going to rebuild and maybe they'll get something out of this youth that they have.
Yeah,
but I mean, then you hear that players went out, so I don't know. Not sure what the heck's going on there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean it's
unfortunately that's where they are.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look like the manager's going anywhere anytime soon though. They want to give him more time to see what he can do. They want to give him at least 3 years. So let's Bundesliga. I know next weekend is a big match between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund.
It's kind of a must-win for Dortmund.
Yeah, I mean 4-2-0 in Munich and Bayern Munich 6-0-0. So Harry Kane on a freaking tear, 11 goals already. I mean, man, that guy is just he's from the fountain of youth, has he not?
He definitely has. I mean, it started with what he wanted. He finally got some hardware. They won the domestic, and I think that they're going to start building more around him and challenge Europe here a little bit more. But he has found he's 32, 33, and he's just. And you compare him.
I thought he was older than that. I thought he was in his mid. I thought he was like 35.
I don't think so.
No. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about that.
I thought he was youthful there, Harry. Compare him to.
No, he's 32. You're right. He's 32.
Compare him to a guy who's fallen off the cliff is Lewandowski.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is pushing 40. So
yeah,
he's what 38, I think.
Think so.
Yeah. So, I would say something about Harry Kane. When you look at him, he doesn't look like he's like that athletic. He doesn't look like he's a. He doesn't look like he. I call him. He's almost like the Phil Kessel of soccer.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like that guy that. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna work out today on the pitch. I'm gonna eat a few hoagies and you know
Yeah.
drink some Coca Cola and yeah. So
But I mean, he's still in phenomenal shape. He knows
well,
how to,
yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is.
he knows
Uh,
how to score, which is awesome.
yeah, I mean, you don't do what you do not being in good physical shape in a sport like this, especially. So, but yeah. So, and then let's talk Ligue 1 real quick. PSG.
Lyon.
Uh, this
Yeah.
is going to be a good one with PSG going up against Strasbourg. That's going to be a good one, I think. You got 5-1-1 versus 5-0-2.
Yeah.
That's going to be. I think that's Friday, I believe.
Yeah. That's going to be, let me see. Paris Saint-Germain, Marseille, Strasbourg. Yeah. There's only 1 point difference.
Yeah,
I mean, from Lyon, you have Lyon, Strasbourg, Marseille, Paris Saint-Germain. You have Monaco. You have Lens. You have Lille. You have Paris FC at 10. I don't know anything about Paris FC. Do you?
no, I
I
don't.
need to learn more about them.
Yeah, now I know that PSG was running away with it there for a while, but the gaps kind of closed a little bit in the
Yeah,
race.
this is good for their league too. You don't want PSG
It
to be.
is. It is. I
You don't
agree
want
with
them to
you.
be the dominant,
Even
winner.
though I am a PSG fan, I know I agree with you on that. So
Yeah, yeah, that's going to be. I mean, that's going to be some good football there.
yeah,
Strasbourg,
yeah.
you know,
All right, let's get into MLS before we.
good kid.
Yeah, so we're getting close here on that. We're getting, it's drawing to a close here with the regular season. Most teams have already secured their spots. How about LAFC? I mean, on a 6-game freaking winning streak. I mean, you want to
Yeah,
talk about finishing strong. Um, they're looking. I tell you, they got a good big match coming up Sunday against Austin FC. So,
so
but
the West is the only one that's not settled. The East is all
yeah,
done. They're just jumping
yeah,
around for seeding, but the West still has from Dallas at 41 to San Jose at 38. So you have what, one, two, three, four teams for 2 spots.
yeah,
It's going to be right down to the wire, folks.
yeah. Um, did you hear about Inter Miami reportedly interested in reuniting the Barcelona trio of Messi, Suarez, and Neymar?
Well, I mean, they're only missing one piece.
That's what I'm saying. They're only missing Neymar. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Why not? I mean, I'm not sure what I don't know what Neymar has left in the tank, but these
Yeah.
players remind me of hockey players. You know, they just love playing their sport because I
They
mean,
do. Yeah.
because they play in all. They have a ton of them now in Brazil. Playing in the Brazilian league. So I mean, it's good for them,
Yeah.
right? So I mean,
Right.
Neymar is with who? Boca Juniors? Is that who he's with?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Let's see who
I
is he
don't
with?
know. I forget. I don't remember. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's give props to Beckham. Beckham wants to continue to draw players there. I mean,
Yeah.
Neymar's 33. Neymar could probably still. He's with Santos in Brazil. He could probably still play at a high level. So why not bring him in?
Right. Jordi Alba announcing too. He's going to retire after the MLS season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's had an incredible run
yeah.
with the Spanish national team, and with he's got a World Cup, and he's got many UEFA's,
Well, he's
many Barca,
he,
league
he's what,
champions.
39, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, I mean it's time to
yeah,
probably time to hit. And then I forget. There's another guy from Columbus. I think he's 36. I forget who it is from Columbus. Announced that he's retiring as well.
yeah,
After the season. So it was a few of them.
yeah.
So
I mean, youth will be served as always.
Yeah. So
That's the way it goes.
yeah. So all right, let's look at some some MLS matchups we got here. Um, real quick. If
Today
I can
we
get
have Friday. Well, they played. Yeah. I mean, Inter versus Atlanta. Atlanta's terrible though.
yeah, I was just say that's Orlando at Vancouver, Seattle, uh,
Salt Lake.
hosting Salt Lake, LA Galaxy hosting Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or no, that's today. I'm sorry. That is today.
Yeah. I mean, there's no good,
So,
no good matchups. And next
no.
Sunday it all ends. It's
Yeah.
all over. They have their
Yeah.
final week next week, and then it's playoffs, which is going to be really cool because we're going to be able to talk a lot about that.
Yeah. Let's talk Eastern Conference. I mean, Philly, we have our buddy Pat, who's a writer for them.
It's actually the last great hope for the city, according to Philly fans.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that? Yeah, I know. They're panicking over there.
They won. They won the commissioners. I mean, they've secured the best team in the MLS. So good on Philadelphia.
Yeah, Cincinnati. I mean, it's 66 points for Philly, 62 for Cincinnati. Miami right behind them at 59. Charlotte, which was a big shock to me this year, 56 in the NYFC there at 56 as well. Nashville 54, Orlando 53. Another surprise is Chicago, how good they've been this year. They're standing at 52. Columbus still right there at 51 and ninth. And the New York Red Bulls at 43 to round out the top 10. And even New England. I mean, that was pretty much a shocker for me, too, that they I said that. Didn't I say that like last year? I said, watch out for New England. They're going to start getting better. They invested a lot into the club. And
yeah, they're eliminated, though, Billy.
Well, I know they're eliminated, but I'm just saying at least they
they showed up. They did show up.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were down last year. This time they were at the low, and they almost I know they were eliminated, but they almost made it. So
yeah, and in the East particularly from Charlotte at 4 to Columbus at 9, it's 5 points. So these 2 weeks are massive. You can go anywhere from 5 to 9.
Right.
Depending on how you do. So I mean, you're going to see some competitive games these last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's good. I mean, that's good.
Oh,
I mean, maybe that looks at maybe the European model looks at that and is like, probably not. I mean, I know we talked a little bit about that last week. I don't think they'll ever.
I think they're closer. I think they're closer than you think, man.
Well, I think they see what MLS, how the playoff system works, and they're, it kind of like, that they, I mean, it's a potential, money grab, for, whenever you have, I mean, I don't know. It's a different type of atmosphere, different aura in the air when you have a playoff system, I think,
There's no doubt. I mean, it would be great for, but again, that goes to your point. Maybe it's just too much soccer for them,
Yeah.
And that goes back to the original point that they're playing too much and they don't want to get injured.
Right. All right, let's go over to the Western Conference. Biggest surprise this year has been San Diego. I mean,
no doubt about it.
Just. I mean, I'm just shocked. I did not think that they were going to be where they're at. I didn't even think they were going to make anything. I thought 60 points. Vancouver, another team that's surprising at 60 points. This is very tight in the West. LAFC it's in third with 59. Minnesota as well at 58. Seattle.
So look at that top 4. Anybody can win that because there's 6 points left, right? And then there's a drop off of 10 points, and then you look below, and with 6 points, you got anywhere from 6 till 10th. So you add all those teams in, anybody can win. So they have to play. All those teams have to play.
Yeah.
The Seattle's, Austin's, and Portland's are playing for seeding, and then Dallas, Salt Lake, Colorado, and San Jose are playing for their playoff lives.
Yeah, I mean, you're not sitting any guys. You're not sitting. You're not healthy scratching anybody. You're playing. You're trying to maximize the most amount of seeding and points as you can get for sure. So
yeah,
I'm like I said, That's the biggest surprise for me in the MLS this year is San Diego.
Yeah, kind of out of nowhere too. I mean, LAFC is always going to be there, and I don't know what in the
well,
world's with the Galaxy.
well, I mean, I was just gonna say there's two surprises for me. I'm surprised that San Diego is as good as they are, being an expansion team. I'm surprised that the winner of last year's MLS Cup is in last place in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, in last place at 24 points, for crying out loud. I mean, that's bad. That you want to talk about a complete 180 right there. That's a complete 180 for you. So
Yeah, it's interesting to see where, and where do they go from here?
yeah, it's exactly where do they go from here? That's a if I was in ownership of that club, I tell you what, I'd be demanding some answers as to why they had such just an absolute
The bottom fall.
descent.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be wanting to know. So, but any other, just real quick before we close, any other transfer rumors? I know Real Madrid reportedly considering a move to get Juventus superstar Keenan Yildiz. I don't know if you would have saw that.
I do. I mean, this is all that. It's an interesting sport because it's all year round, right? With those two transfer windows, so there's constantly moving in the backgrounds. If anybody can do it, they can. They have the cash, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, why not? If you get the cash, why not?
Yeah. And I know that Liverpool's looking to strengthen their defense a little bit. They're looking at a couple guys, Crystal Palace, that Mark Gill, and that Bayern Munich's Dayot. They're looking at him as well. So
yeah, they have to wait till the January transfer window. But I mean, that's what good teams do. They see weakness and they go for it.
right.
They lost Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. He was an integral part of that back line, and you're seeing it now. They haven't really been able to replace him. So,
right. Yeah,
it'll be a good push international break. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Coach Addy Hutter has left Monaco. After a poor run, Monaco.
Yeah. I mean, again, they move on from managers quickly in this sport.
They really sure do. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have a lot of time. They don't allow them a lot of time to marinate. They look at it and they're like, okay, bye-bye.
Yeah. We got Michael. I was wondering where Mike went. Hi, guys. Hope you're okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing all right, Mike. Haven't heard from you in a while, brother. So I hope you're doing all right. So
he's doing well. He's ready.
Yeah, I know he's a big Leeds guy.
Leeds United.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hanging. They're hanging.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything you want to say about your Leeds club, Mike? Chime in, buddy. So, but
yeah, Leeds is they're in the thick of it. They're going to be okay. I mean, for them, it's just survival at this point.
Right. Survive in advance, right?
Yeah, you want to be able to stay up with the big boys for another year. Yeah. I mean, and they're sitting mid-table, 15.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing okay. I'm not sure that they're nobody's going to scream at them for what they're doing. So, I mean, 15. They got who they have next. They have their next game, Leeds United versus Burnley.
Yeah.
That must be another cup because Burnley's not up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing. I mean, Burnley's sitting at 18th. They're at the relegation zone, and they've lost 4 of their last 5. They sit at 4 points. Where Leeds sitting at where's Leeds? They're sitting at 8. So they got to win these games. That's a game they should win, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. Fun times.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else we want to talk about real quick before we? Oh, he's just chimed in here. Let's see what he has to say. We were worried about the moment of survival in the pen. big debate on my Leeds content creator shows. Went to Bournemouth game and was crushed with the late draw. Yeah.
Hey, where's his show on? How can we watch his show? I'd love to watch his show.
All right, Mike, go ahead. Give us the details, brother, so we can. I'd
love to.
So we can watch it, and we'll also promote it for you.
Yeah, no doubt. That'd be awesome. Just to see, I mean, different podcasts. Every once in a while, I'll watch the Wrexham podcast just because I've watched the show and watched the team.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where his.
Also, the Spurs game felt we were unlucky for at least a draw.
Yeah. I mean, I think Leeds is doing all right. You're sitting at 8 points. I mean, you just keep yourselves above that relegation line. You'll get another year out of this.
Yeah.
Get some more cash, some more of that TV money.
Right. Well, and hey, we've seen that happen. You just keep above that line, and sooner or later, if you're a good, decent franchise, you will move up. And you will. We've seen that happen. How many times where teams have been right above that relegation, zone, and 3 years later they're in the top 5. So
yeah,
it happens.
Leeds' goal obviously is to stay up, but
yeah,
I would definitely Let's see if he says his show.
Contact creators are just Joe Football, Leeds Brothers, Leeds Lately, and Orta Know Better.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay,
cool. Yeah, man. All right. Well, that's all I got, brother.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Like I said, we'll be fresh off the international break. We'll have a lot more to talk about next week with everything going on. There's some big matches next week to talk about. So we'll get into that. And, another quick thanks, Scott. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for tuning in, brother. So,
thanks, brother.
All right, everybody. We will talk to you next week.